Shake and move it. Slide and shake it. Move it. Do it, do it, do it. I'll just slide and shake it. Move it, move it. Do it, do it, do it. I'll just slide and shake it, shake it. Do it, do it, do it. I'll just slide and shake it. Move it, move it. Do it, do it, do it. I'll just slide and shake it, shake it.
You're now watching Rips.
We'll call it 90,000 on the day, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. That's exactly what we were looking for. There's that 35 tag as promised.
You're likely going to be a lot better than you were last year, as long as you take it seriously.
And Rips shows the Jack 8. Cash is flowing to Rips.
Look at that, just getting absolute. And it's Rips winning one of the biggest pots of the session.
Wow. $250,000 on the week, baby. Let's go. There's nothing that makes me happier than when I see you folks win. Can it hold this push lower below 80s? This would be a big break if we can hold this push. $6,000 on the day in our Lucid Pro account. This is your entry. This is your ad. This is your takeout. Boom, right there. Good morning, everybody, and happy. Is it Wednesday, really? Oh my goodness. If you're here with me in the Discord, YouTube, Kick, or X chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. Vibe Trey, Bear Goes Long, Jay Prowse, Mike Yama, ST. Good morning to you, Chris Punisher. Lilith, David, Canadian Trader, Cranberry, Paul Yoon, HWB, Sweet Tea for me, Pino. Return of the Mac, Eduardo, who is Ari, Andreas Marshall, Marble Devstraits, G. Carroll, what's up, baby? 7 months. Astrid, Aaron, Mark Lark, Zorko, Nash, NLV, Bull, good morning to you, Vepa Pumpkin Day Trades, HWB, what's cracking? How we all doing this morning? Mark has been on a tear right now. This thing is juicing. This is crazy. We don't have much news today coming out. Like literally very little news coming out today. It's like nothing. We have nothing at the bottom of the hour, nothing at the top of the hour, nothing at, I think maybe 10, DOE or something. Let's see. DOE's at 10:30 and then some treasury auctions at 11:30 and 1 p.m. respectively. So it's going to be a no news day today. We do have some Fed speakers. The first one's Thomas Barkin at 9:35. Then we get Jeffrey Schmidt at 11, and then at 1:20 we get Mr. Muslim. So it's going to be a pretty uneventful day. The star of the show is going to come after the bell. Who knows what's coming after the bell today? The star of the show. That's right, ID got it first. NVIDIA today at the end of the day. Probably around 420, I'd say. They usually do 420. They try to be a little cute there. But yeah, that's our day today. It's gonna be pretty uneventful. One thing that I'm looking forward to is another bonus hunt today. If we can keep that up. We'll see. 6 p.m. stream tonight too. Yeah, can't wait. So excited, man. Every single time I do the Globex stream, I always think it's the next day. I'm living in Thursday right now. How is it only Wednesday? How is that even real? I'd have to double check. I can't believe it's only Wednesday. How much you bonus hunt today? I don't know, like 2,500. I don't want to give much back. We made like 4K yesterday. Let me see. Let's see what we did. Bonus hunt. Yesterday, we made $4,500 yesterday. 6,200 the day before that. We're up 10,700. 10,800 and change. So, am I positive or negative about the earnings? I'll let you know when they come out. How could I possibly be positive or negative on the earnings when they haven't come out yet? I don't know why that didn't start. Give me a second. There you go. Congrats on profitable Yeet gambling. I mean, it's pure luck, buddy. 3 p.m. Globex, 5 a.m. for New York. Thanks for putting this together. My tunes have been upgraded. There you go, baby. Lucid is still 50% off. I got to change the thing at the bottom here. Apex is no longer 90% off. It's 50% off. There we go. There we go. Anybody in any trades right now? Those longs were looking pretty juicy. I did take trades in TBT on screen, and then I did take in my wealth charts PAs. We have 11,480. But why is it like that? Hold on. I don't know why it's all misaligned, but let me fix that. Oh, I know why. There we go. Sweet. There we go. Bang. There we go. But anyway, we're up $500 per account. What do I have to make on these? Another $2,500. So looks like we're breaking out of the range here off the 4 hour to the upside, but let's see. Yeah, let's see it. Don't do it. Don't do what? I don't get it. Bottom of the hour in 22 minutes. Let's do channel points of gamble. Let's do 9:36, or sorry, 8:36. Why is that like that on wealth charts now too? Hold on. There we go. Is it like that on all of them? Dude, that's so annoying. How annoying is that? There we go. There we go. Freaking annoying. There we go. Trade C, we have some goodies to trade and trade C. Could be fun. All right, let's get a gamble points going. God, this thing is annoying. All right, let's do 10 minutes for the prediction. Go wild. What's up, Sours? How are you, buddy? Let me try to fix all this while we're waiting. There we go. All right, there we go. Now we got it. What's the trade you're in, Theodore? Zork says Ribs have around 72% win rate with a volume price action setup, but I still feel nervous while trades going my way. Any advice? How long have you been trading for? Curvin says, hi Ribs, see I'm 10K in profits after 4 days in my 50K TPT Pro account. Whoa, yo, yeah, dude, take a payout. What? Why would you not take a payout? What are you talking about? I'm so confused. What? Have you not taken a payout yet? I can't believe you've taken that long to not take a payout. I'm so confused. You have a $10,000 profit balance in a 50K account on TPT and you haven't paid yourself? I'm so confused. 130 entry. I mean, that don't look very good. Tooting his own horn, I guess. I mean, I suppose. Yeah, we passed the previous week high. You know how we can tell that? By using this beautiful indicator right here that shows us the previous week high. It's amazing. Good old Ribs key levels. I'm not sure if we have the update ready yet. Yeah, we do. I gotta update that now too. What's up, Bearded Banshee? Just took my third TPT payout for the week. Let's go, Liquidity Taker. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll probably see some more liquidity coming in towards the bottom of the hour here. Using it as a buffer in a 50K account, you don't need $10,000 as a buffer. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but what's the max size on a 50K account? It's 50K, right? 50Ks are huge. Like, there's no reason. I don't know why you'd need 10K. Took payouts from first and Tradified 2. Nice. Cool. Nice. 40/4. So you can take 4. No, you can trade more than 4 minis in the 50K accounts. That's all right. Can you please make an order flow based indicator which takes out all the order flow concept, marks it in the... No. Dude. Yeah, right. No. That's ridiculous. You can trade 5 minis? In the 50K, you can only trade 5 minis? Wait, for real? I thought it was more. Yeah, 6 minis. Yeah, because you can trade 30 contracts across 5 accounts. Yeah, it's 6. You guys are blowing my minds this morning. You guys are blowing my mind this morning, I should say. Very confused here. Keep on. Trust you guys. I trust you guys. Max in 150 is 75 contracts across 5 accounts. So 15. Nico says my biggest payout of 8,700 is secured. Yo, let's go, baby. Last year, my total gains were 26K with a lot of ups and downs. Staying more disciplined this year has helped me achieve. I mean, bro, it's only February. That's insane, bro. Let's just see. I mean, it's end of February, so if you just multiplied that by 6, you'd be at 52,000 average for the year, which is I don't know why that turned off there. Oh, you're already 2x your average. That's fucking sick, dude. Ribsy, I spent 4 hours tweaking my book map. Finally looks like yours now. I don't know if that's a good thing, bro. I really don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know that you want it looking like mine. Mine's not very special. Just did my taxes. I have to pay $121,000 tax from trading. Nice problem to have, I guess. I mean, yeah, that's great. What's up, Knucklebone? How are you? Lucid, it says to make 150 min for 5 days to get a payout. No, if it has to be consecutive. No, it doesn't have to be consecutive. If you get 4 days and the week is over, does that 4 days get? Yes, of course. It's, dude, there's no like tricks and traps like that when you're making money. That's crazy town. All right, I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. Wow, this thing won't drop? I mean... Grinding McGrinds to hold along 5 micros. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's no news, so the market is just probing for direction right now. If we run into some overhead supply, the thing is that in the S&Ps, we haven't traded above 69.30 yet, so. No prop firms required consecutive days as far as I know. Any of these prop firms. By the way, I'm getting word that Apex is actually 80% off. Make sure this is all up to date here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Apex is 80% off now. Well, that's good. I hate when they go from 90% to 50% off, so that's good. Ribs, on average, how many trades do you take per session? It just depends. When I'm trading props and I'm demonstrating props, the number is much higher. When I'm trading my personal account, that number can be 1 trade, 0 trades, 4 trades, 2 trades. It's very, like, I'm very choosy in my trade selection, right? I'm not trading frequently unless there's a reason why. If you followed my journey last year, Michael, when I only traded the personal on stream, the number of trades on average was probably under 4 per day. So very, very limited because I'm waiting for a choice setup. And that, I think, is why one of the reasons why my win rate was so high as well, is because I was so choosy. Just passed the Lucid Black accounts I got yesterday using code RIPS. Let's go. Easy money, baby. There you go. When do you know to stop trading? When the opportunities have gone away. This is my 12th year of trading. And throughout the years, your pattern recognition gets better to where there's a couple things that happen, Michael. Number one, you don't have this urgency and desperation to trade. A lot of urgency and desperation is caused just by being wet behind the ears in trading and not really having a lot of experience. When you've hurt yourself enough times through trading, you start to be either you're going to burn yourself out or you're going to get yourself blown out financially where you can't physically or mentally or even financially trade anymore. That's what happens to most people who try trading or day trading for that case. They'll get financially blown out, right? Mentally blown out. They can't do it. Throughout the years, if you can withstand those milestones of, not getting financially ruined by day trading or not getting mentally ruined by day trading, you'll start, Jesus, this song is just way too aggressive for this conversation. You'll get to a point where you can start to figure out when opportunities are there for your trading style, right? When you turn the corner in your trading, which for me happened around year 3, year 4, you get less desperate because you see what works, and a lot of it is involving patience. And so when you're not rushing to get into trades, you're taking fewer trades, and that's because you know that the reward for those trades is going to be better when you're very choosy for it, right? So if I told you that if I said, if you take 5 trades in a day, or 5 trades in a week, I can guarantee you that you will make X amount of dollars. And I was from the future, right? What's up, Henry? And I was like, hey, I know at the end of this week, you're going to make $50,000 or whatever the case. And I could guarantee that for you. And it's going to come through 3 or 4 trades. You'd be very choosy on those trades, right? The desperation is what gets to most people. Justice says you also rush when you don't have money. Once you start making money, you'll chill out and be more picky about setups. That is true. Michael says, I've noticed that mentally I'm good for about 2 hours and I start to slip and lack discipline. Well, there you go. That's you. Then you know the answer, right? You know the answer. It's just that simple. If you are starting to crack after 2 hours, trade for 2 hours and then lock it up for the day. The market's going to be open the next day unless it's Saturday. What's up, Alfred? Bugga says, I have passed 2 150K TPT accounts, but then I blew them on the next phase, but I'm dollars to buy 5 more accounts, but I'm dollars to buy 5 more accounts, or should I just, I don't get the question. But I'm dollars to buy 5 more accounts. I don't get it. Liquidity Taker says, can't be eager, need to be indifferent on trading for the day. Correct. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Purple Tip says, couldn't agree with you more about the discipline aspect. Starting to turn the corner and have patience is the real key. I mean, that's the answer for most people, right? Bucket Trades, I have $1,500 to buy 5 more accounts, or should I just reset the past account? I don't know what your financial situation is, bro. Like, if $1,500 is a rip in the wind to you, then go and reset it. But I mean, it's going to add up. You don't want to get into, especially if you're not consistently profitable, you don't want to get into a habit of just spending money on prop firm accounts. That's ridiculous. The difference between spending $1,500 to reset, which is expensive for a lot of people, and going and trading 5 more accounts is that you have to, or whatever, 1 more account from the test stage, is that there's a 5-day trading window. If you can buckle down and train yourself for 5 more days, the test account should be used as practice. KDX Rider says, are you guys long biased because of NVIDIA today? I tend to not have a bias. I just let the order flow kind of dictate where we're looking. David says, I've pulled out 15K this week off TPT scalping, which I've never scalped these accounts before. Any advice on scalping properly and knowing when to stop versus continue for the day? So if you've made $15,000 this week and you're asking me how to scalp properly, you already have done it. And this, this is a problem for a lot of people. You get something that's working and then you think like, well, what am I doing wrong? You're doing everything perfectly. If you're making $15,000 in a week, you're doing everything exactly right, and you shouldn't have any modification to your style. $15,000 in a week is an extraordinary amount of money from day trading. So I don't. David says, I'm legit entering and exiting on the same 1 minute candle though, and it seems like it's not a legitimate strategy and more luck because I was on a 2-month dry streak. Okay, so streaks happen. But let's just say that everybody that I showed my trading strategy to thought it was retarded. But then I showed everybody how many millions of dollars I made last year doing this retarded strategy. Do you think I give a flying fuck what anybody thinks about my strategy? I would continue trading my strategy because it's making me money, right? It doesn't make any sense to modify a strategy that is working for you. That's crazy to think that. But I get it because there's a lot of, I remember early on in my trading career, myself included, where I had a trading strategy that worked and the first thought I had was like, okay, now that that's working, let me look for some other strategies, right? So keep doing what you're working or keep doing what is working for you. That's crazy work. Sounds like confidence playing a role there. Yeah, I mean, if your strategy seems too good to be true or too simple, like congratulations, keep doing it. That's incredible. That's how all trading should eventually feel, is that this is my strategy. I trust it. It works. It gives me confidence that I'm doing it. You're still going to lose, right? If your trading strategy is getting boring, then that's a good sign. 100%. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Rips, I've made 60K this year trading. Any advice? Or is everybody just trolling now? Hey, Rips, I made $2 million last week trading, but I'm not confident in my style. What do you think I should be doing? Hey, Rips, I just closed a trade. I made $10.5 million in about 30 seconds. What am I doing wrong? Hello from Summerlin. How you doing there, Visual Trader? Just wait and it'll stop working when the market changes. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happens. You have to adapt your strategy around market cycles, of course. Pump this thing to 163. What's up at 163? Is that passing an account or is it, what is it? Ribs, can you share any longest loss streak from year 5 times FL? I don't know. The right strategy is the one that works for you. That's all that's needed. Correct. Meyer says, I am passing evals, but blowing funded. I don't know. My debt is taking my mind over. I mean, again, that's a normal thing. People can pass test accounts, evaluation accounts, and then when you get into the funded, it's the exact same rules and you get ahead of yourself because you're starting to think. It's also like, you know, when you're hundreds of dollars away from passing, people tend to freak the fuck out and then blow the account that same day when it's like all you had to do was just trade how you've been trading and ignore this $100 thing and just, it's great to pass $500 over, $1,000 over, whatever the case. I don't know how big you trade, but like just good to just do that. What's up, Olivier? How are you? Is there any real advantage of trading NQ versus MNQ? MNQ is going to allow you to be more granular in your sizing. 1 NQ is equal to 10 MNQs, so you can't trade half of an NQ. You can trade 5 MNQs, which is equal to half of 1 NQ. What got you into scalping rather than aiming to 30 to 100 points per trade? The exposure and time in the market, you can be more right when you're limiting your exposure and time in the market. The longer your exposure is in the market, the more likely the market can shift against your position and make you wrong. Tam says, why so many traders fail? They get into it because they need money. That's true. Trading with a mindset of I need to win means we will likely never win consistently. Also true. David Park says, also question, when do you know when you are happy with profits to walk away versus risk to make more? That's, again, a financial situation thing. Last year when I was trading my personal account on stream every day, there was so many days where the price action still was favorable for my trading style, but I locked it up simply because I was up 5 figures or something of that nature. And I said, okay, well, I don't want to tax my mental capital and I'm doing well right now, so why push it? It's different for everybody. If you're setting these auxiliary profit goals in your mind of like, let's just say your goal is to make $1,000 every single day that you trade. And let's just say you're up $940. A lot of the times you're going to push that and then you're going to end up being red on the day or even blowing your account. So I don't believe in trading like that. It's a touch, it's a feel, right? It's over time something that you have intuition for, just from pattern recognition. A visual says, I feel the same way. I made 15K this month, but for the first time and still doubt myself. I know it sounds dumb, but getting more confidence now, obviously. Yeah, a lot of people go through that. There's imposter syndrome. There's the surprise of finally making profits after losing for so long. There's a lot of things that happen. Alejandro says, the beginning of this month, I was super happy. I made 1,000, and because I was so fixed on the round number, I blew almost all of it over the next couple of days. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, 69.30 and a half is kind of the level to watch here. It's very much a topping area in the S&Ps. Last couple days, last couple sessions have been really utilizing that level. Meyer says, I think when trading, thinking about money will blow you off, but if think like it as a game, I would make more money to you. Yeah, that can be true as well. Michael says, wow, lots of people making $15,000 just looking for help. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what's in the water today. Hi, Rips. I have a question about your key levels. How do you find them? Options flow is kind of the majority of where they come from. Funny you just mentioned ES. I took 3 points for good morning short. Let's go, baby. Beautiful. Apex is difficult to trade with the trailing threshold. Yes, but once you get out of the trailing threshold, it's better. $1 billion DP with 7 months. Let's go, baby. 836. We have 81,000 channel points in the pool. It looks like the unders are going to take this one home. We are starting to fade here. Bull and China Chop says changing the open position indicator to ticks instead of dollar amounts helps, less distraction for sure. There was a time in my trading when I was trading equities that I would put a post-it note over my screen where the P&L is, or just have that window like in Aware, like sizing it to where the P&L wouldn't show. It would be helpful at times, but there'd be times when I'd either lift the post-it note or just resize the window. Self-control issues, I suppose. Only 1,500 or more of trailing drawdown on 10 Apex accounts to go. Got to take it slow and small. There you go. Yeah, I mean, $1,500 of trailing drawdown is perfectly fine. The post-it note stage is so funny. Yeah, I mean, we do crazy shit. I mean, when you want it bad enough, you're open to doing anything, right? When you want to make trading work, you're open to doing pretty much anything. Like your Conway, most people do not understand the Terry will go through to get this confident. Yeah, I mean, there was plenty of times last year where I was trading live money on stream, dripping sweat because, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars in these positions, and it's not fun, especially doing it on stream. I mean, that was probably the worst part out of anything. Fed speakers all day. Yeah, there's not that many though. Not that many. Are we short bias? I have no bias. I have absolutely zero bias on the day. We have no news to guide the decision-making process today. So we're just beholden to the movement of the equities. So off the open, I want to see what the equities are doing, then try to figure it out from there and look at the previous ranges that we've been trading around. If we're looking at the NASDAQ, we are breaking out of a pretty decent range that we've had, kind of topping since Wednesday, the 18th. If we peel that back, I mean, we're trying to probe back into the zone that we're trading basically between the 8th and the 12th. So a lot of things to be watching today. Right now, there's just no reason for me to be trading this. How'd the Yeet session end last night? Yesterday we made $4,500. Yep, there's 2 fixies today, Big How. But that's it. There's no other news today outside of those fixies. Trading mentor Rips, did you play Tetris in childhood? I mean, sure. On percentage, are you doing better this year compared to this time last year on the Percy? No, I don't think so. It's a bigger account. It's hard to stay consistent with those type of numbers. You know what I mean? To go from 100,000 to 200,000 is a 100% gain. So, no. Trump got my last night, was in a beautiful long off a 4-hour mid rejection. Didn't know the State of the Union was going on and got. How did you not know the State of the Union was not going on? When does the H contract roll over? The 3rd week of March. The 3rd Friday of March is when it expires. What's up, DC Trader? How are you? During these nonsense choppy, I usually drop down to the 5-minute time frame, zoom out a little bit on the candles. It helps me resist the urge to force trade and keeps me flat. Yeah, I mean, the fact that there isn't much news and, you know, the market's kind of just going sort of sideways here should keep you out of trades. What's up, J-Star? How are you? Ready for what? What are we ready for? I understand I do this professional, but in private, no interest to argue with people, but till NVIDIA, I will limit trading in NQ, and the Trump effect of the State of the Union is unclear to me. I don't think anybody's arguing with that approach. I think it's a good approach. Not every day needs to be a trading day, by the way. I mean, it's okay to not trade. It's perfectly fine. And if you have a prop firm test that requires you to trade for, let's say, 5 days, I'm talking about TPT, for instance, you can buy 1 micro and sell 1 micro right now, and that will count as a trading day if you want to clock in a trading day. It's okay to do that and then not trade for the rest of the day. What's the best prop firm in the market that has 1 day pass and pays out daily? I don't think there are any, to be honest. I don't think you're going to get both of those things. So 2-day pass and pays daily? I don't think that exists either. There's a 5-day pass that pays daily. There's a 2-day pass that pays once every 3 days. There's, you know, it's a give and a take, you know. I don't trade my funded futures. I've never done it. Hey, Rips, do you think sellers are exhausted? Do you see them still being active? Right now, until we have equities open up at 9:30, I don't think that there's any valid price to trade right now. Personally, just from my trading style, I like to trade momentum. This is in a choppy mess right now, so having displacement off the open will clue me into at least some zones that we can trade. Right now, we're kind of in no man's land in the NASDAQ. Here, I'll show you on the chart. If we go to the 15-minute bars. So we are currently in this zone right now. I think that this zone is more likely to find some liquidity. However, this whole zone down here could easily be auctioned into. So this is a smaller zone of chop that I don't want to be a part of, right? I don't care to be a part of that. If we look back even more, go to the 30-minute bars, go to the 1 hour, there you go. It's a little bit more clear. So auctioning in this area is more likely than remaining in this chop zone here. That's all. So for me, it's just not really anything I'm looking at taking right now. Nothing really that interesting. Just chopping up here. It's in a micro chop zone. Being close to 25,000, no bueno. Yeah, it's just very choppy right now. Chop for 750 in my live. I mean, there's always going to be more trades. I think the best trades were, you know, from here, like this kind of extension. But even then, you have these pullbacks. That was a pretty strong pullback. Us pulling back just below that Asia high was worthwhile to try, but that's sort of your break and retest, I suppose. Unders one. Let's see. Yeah. All right, let's do another one here. Let's do 906. 5 minutes for this one. Does AMP offer Trade-Evade platform? I'm not sure. They offer TradingView, which is goated, in my opinion. And we got experience with TPT Pro account stuck on pending for more than one day. There's contracts you need to sign, especially if it's your first time. You have to sign contracts and is this your first one, Angry Cow? Did you hear about Jane Street crypto market? I mean, what else is new? Hedge funds manipulating crypto markets? Manipulating any markets? Pretty normal. Return Huck, it says, every time I come on the stream, you're always up green on the day. Do you ever lose? Nah, man. Every single trade I take, no matter what, is always a winning trade, no matter what. Bro, so what kind of things were you looking at before you discovered order flow bookmap? TPT. Jesus. Footprints, TPOs. I don't know why I said TPT. Footprints, TPOs, the DOM, time and sales. That's it. Market auction theory or auction market theory. Yeah, market profile. When I started learning auction theory, it was the biggest eye-opening thing for me. Must have missed the Apex trials yesterday. Yeah, no shit, right? Must have missed the Apex eval trades yesterday. That was a real treat. Yep, Jim Dalton, exactly. Very goated. I mean, that kind of stuff to me just works well with my brain, the way I perceive things, and it just makes sense, you know? It just makes sense. So that's how that's the core of my trading. Rip's coming to Vegas in March. We'd love to link up. We always chat on Instagram. Carbone sounds like a god spot to hang and meet my pixel best friend. Right on, man. Let me know. TPT is one of the slowest to update and get that info. Be patient, it will come. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who with TPT they just forget to sign. I think it's a power of attorney letter or something like that. You have to make sure you sign all of these documents. Let me just see if you answer my question. Oh, it's all signed. 2 out of 3 accounts got activated. Last one seen stuck. Oh, that's weird. Maybe go through your emails again and just make sure that contract is signed for the third one. That's weird. Looks like today is 3 out of 5 stars for trading. I would say less, especially in this range. We'll see what happens off the open. It might sound jokey, but you're green every time I tune in too, LOL, but I seen you take winning trades as well. I mean, dude, yesterday's stream was anything but, well, I mean, given we traded the best trades were taken in Trade C. I really like that platform. That's this platform right here. Those are the best. Is that, can I see the trades from yesterday still, or does it clear them out? Oh, bummer. Damn it. It clears them out. That's so annoying. Well, anyway, they're here. They're nice trades. All in here. I can't believe it clears them out. On TradingView, on a real account, it doesn't clear out your trades. It shows them. But yeah, Trade C was great. We made $3,300 per account, so over $15,000. Oh, over $16,000. So that was great. But then we traded Apex evals, and I started with the 150K or 250Ks, realized that I had to make a shit ton of profit. I think the total profit I needed to make, another great song, Jesus Christ. Let me just change this. There we go. So yeah, when we traded Apex, we traded 250K evals, realized those profit targets were too hard, and then we traded 50K evals, and it was just, I was trying to rush it, so we ended up blowing through a few of those. Rips, do you manually every day set your chart with levels, or do you use a tool? Rips key levels, Rips mod will drop a link. It's a free indicator. You're talking about all that. That's all. It's free. It's all automated and it's free. In Trade C, how do you change your position to points instead of dollars? I have no idea. No clue. I'm sure there's an option for it. Screen is so blurry. Change your settings to HD. Do you still use Rips key levels after they have been traded through? When are they no longer valid? They're always valid. Trade C better than TradingView, or still too early to say? I'm always going to prefer trading on TradingView. It looks like Trade Z is just using TradingView as its backend. You know what I mean? Rips C levels for Ninja? No. GC makes a move every single time I get up for a P. Sat through an hour of consolidation and the thing finally moves. Let's take a look at GC here. Are you talking about that little swipe down? I mean, this is the move right here. That's the move down there and down there. Right there above you guys that are asking, the Rips mod put it up there. It says Rips levels, the exact levels I use on stream. Plug into your chart, stay aligned with real market levels, and then a pointing signal to a link. Are you guys not seeing that? How can I learn footprint trading? Using footprint charts. You just got to start using that stuff. The best way to learn trading, I don't know. Maybe people are different, but I think being are there some people that have trouble being self-taught? I don't know. Are there some people that you can't see it? I'm so confused. Here. Try this. Okay. Did that work? I hope one of those messages got through. I could do it again if it didn't come through. Did you watch the State of the Union? No, but I read a bunch of news about this stuff. It was pretty uneventful. Nothing like trading worthy, you know. People are fucking useless. How do you really feel? Some people can't self-teach. They need to be monitored, have structure given. Interesting. I've always been self-taught in my life for everything. So. Pocket aces with 9 months. Let's go, baby. What caused the dump during Asia session when Trump was speaking? I'm not sure. But it's probably algorithms overreacting on something he said that was not valid for a big short, you know? My understanding of market mechanics dynamics came after countless hours of deep thought, watching order flow and heat map. There's a power in forming the conclusions for yourself instead of looking at other people's for answers. I agree with that, you know? That's how I taught myself too. Q Mendes says, Rips, is there anything on volume profile that gives you the signs to avoid this present chop on NQ? The fact that we're in a range, we talked about where we are sort of on the hourly in NASDAQ. So it's the confluence of using the levels, the MC levels, the hourly chart, the lack of volume coming in, the no news. There's a lot of things piled together. It's not just one singular thing. Enix says, Rips, how many times a week do you shoot ropes? It depends. When there's a lot of trolls on chat, there's a lot of mothers that need to be taken care of. So the rope count will generally go up dependent. There's a direct correlation between the number of trolls in chat and the amount of ropes that I'm shooting that week. I actually, there might be an indicator coming out on that called rope count. I think we might actually have that. I'm not sure. I have to check on the logistics of when that will come out. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to come out. But we'll see. It's one of those things that we've been working on for a while. George says, hey man, been digging the YouTube videos lately. Good stuff. Thanks, brother. Good to see you, man. All roads. Is that something we can bet on per week basis? That's the one thing that's a downside about Kick being in beta, is that you can only have one gamble live at once. I wish we could have extended gambles. Like, it'd be great if we could have a weekly prediction, a monthly prediction. I don't know. Is that what they call? We need to trend those statistics and create a poly market bet for it. Yes. Got level 6, just couldn't read chart on screen too blurry. You can always, again, change the stream quality to 1080p. Should be doing the trick. How do we effectively price the rope count for options? What's the curve like? It depends, There's certain, like, you could use the Black-Scholes model for that. It just depends, There's times when that won't work because there's just too many ropes that week, so... Affordable Housing Playbook says, I appreciate how you handle the trolls, provides entertainment during trading session along with market news. I always use your promo codes to support. Thanks, man. I know you don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Sanders says, imagine having to delta hedge against the rope count. It can be tough. It can be tough. What's a good time prep for a solid rope? Lots of pineapple juice, man. Check the rope maxing Reddit. Is there an actual rope maxing Reddit? Don't tell me there is. You got to be kidding me. What was that again? Market auction theory? AMT, auction market theory. There's no way. Is there actually? I don't even want to see that. That's terrible. People have way too much time on their hands. Is there a correlation with the Washington Pizza Index and the Rips rope count? No, not right now. Thank God. You guys are getting a little off track, I feel. This is what happens when the market goes sideways. Everybody in chat starts to get a little restless. I don't blame you guys. It certainly can be difficult to sit on your hands and not trade, but it's one of the best strategies to be better and more profitable. Snow weather here in Connecticut and New York today. Nicey snow vibes. Flights around New York airports might be canceled. Thankfully, I have something that I ordered from New Hampshire, and thankfully it made its way out here. UPS is telling me that it's going to be delivered today. I'm trying to see if it's landed in Vegas yet. It's something that I hope can show up today. Let's see. Tim says, I'd bet the same conversations happened during the pits back in the day when the markets were slow. Probably. Yes. Bang. It's in Las Vegas. I was worried that it wouldn't make it. We are starting to see a potential breakout here above 150. 69.30 is the line in the sand for the S&Ps. The room to the upside in the NASDAQ is all the way up at 187 3/4. So still in no man's land, no trade land for me. If you can be as patient as possible and wait until 9:45 to start mapping out where your trade ideas should be, I think that today will go a lot better for you. That's just my personal take. Now, given saying that, there might be a chance that I scalp my Lucid trading accounts prior to 9:45. But as it stands, nothing yet. Do you suggest daily rope release? As long as you have a partner that will help you with that, yes. Gilvita says, does anyone know how those 5 first Apex payout works to unlock unlimited payouts? Can do 5 times 500 per example, or is it better to do 2,000? I mean, I would always say go for the max amount of payout, you know. Chandi, good to see you, buddy. What the fuck comes from New Hampshire? Rope juice. 69.30 halves, again, line in the sand. We're squeezing right now. So clearly, if you're curious as to why this type of move happens, what is positioned above all of these topping areas in the market? What is positioned above that? Nice, Canadian Trader. Give it up. Canadian Trader just passed their account. Let's go. Great, you guys learned. We actually have a webinar about this where we talk about this, but there's stops that are placed right below here and right above here. So when we tap into one of these areas, you know, it's kind of a coin flip in my opinion, because there's no news that's driving this. Obviously, we've been driving higher, so it's more likely that we're going to go up than down, but it's not a trade I'm willing to take. It feels like gambling. So above this topping area here, there's a lot of stops that are being placed, and we're going to push into that. Now, one of the things that can happen is that because those stops are hit, we can still venture back into this area of liquidity, given the volume profile that we've created there is not very extreme, right? If these were like showing thousands of contracts that we traded in this zone, maybe we'd have enough agreed upon price that we would go back into that area. Now, we certainly could, but the likelihood of us doing that is less likely. Now, the more that we auction underneath 69.30 in the S&Ps, the more likely it is that we will return back to that balance area. But again, there's not enough MGI for me to put on a trade. I'm not worthy of it. The market isn't giving me a trade, so I stay out. Doom Lord says, I don't feel this breakout. I'll take your advice and wait for the bell to clear some enthusiasts. Agreed. Yeah, I think that's, again, there's nothing that can happen by not trading other than you missing a trade. And if you can't wrap your head around that you're going to miss a lot of trades in your trading career, it might not be the career for you. One of the things, we have a short coming out about this, I think in about 3 or 4 days. One of the things that most traders tend to do early on in their career is they see a move like this, and let's just say they were looking for a trade in this consolidation, they didn't trade. Instead of them being patient and waiting, they'll try to attack this move when it's like, that was the move. You missed it. And that's okay. Again, you don't lose money by missing unless you're talking about potential profits. You do lose money by chasing. And there's something to be said about that. If you lose money because you just went long up here, well, you're telling yourself that you're lacking patience as a trader. And that's something that needs to be worked on. That's something that you should be cognizant of. For the folks that are asking, how do I journal? Literally, you would screenshot that right there and draw an arrow in MS Paint and say, I longed the top because I don't have patience. Remember the next time that I miss a move to not trade because I'm lacking patience. That will help you further along in your trading career more than you could ever imagine. If you think I'm crazy, I know for a fact that it helped me. I would do that all the time. When you're trading equities, equities move a lot, right? Equities move a lot, and especially when there's so many of them. If an equity isn't moving, you can find another equity that is moving. For instance, I used to trade Tesla, I used to trade FB. I was very heavy when I traded Tesla options. I traded very heavily. When I was trading Tesla options, there would be days where it's like, it's just not good. And the market makers for those options books would be like, they would literally fuck with you on the price. So like, let's say, using whole numbers here, let's say I'm in at $1.25 and I'm trying to get filled at $2.25. They would move their offer to $2.30. And then if I go to $2.25, they move it to $2.35, and I go to $2.30, they're up at $2.40 now. So I'm never getting filled, right? There's times and places where it's like, there's just a good time to not trade. Markets will move. It's up to you whether or not you're moving with those markets. And if you missed that move and you're such a knucklehead that you buy the top, well, first of all, welcome to being a trader. Welcome to learning how to trade. But instead of beating yourself up, come up with a conclusion that, okay, this is something I need to stop doing, right? One of the hardest things too is like, why is it not moving? Let's just say that you bought the top and it pulls back and now it continues to go. Well, that's not a good rewarding trade because it's going to reinforce negative habits, right? A lot of the times you'll have stops blowing out people that are short into that move and then retracing back to this area. And then you yourself are stopping out on your trade idea. So just keep that in mind. Track your progress, track what types of trades you're taking because it matters. It matters. Rips, why are you talking about me? LOL, been read this year, get my run. It's everybody, man. Look at as we are going back up, now we're doing the thing where I'm saying we're rewarding those people. You had a terrible entry, or maybe you can argue that you think you had a great entry. It's fine. But I'm just saying from experience, when you reinforce those types of negative habits, for instance, what would be the better idea on that trade, right? Now that we can see it playing out, what would be the better idea? Well, seeing where the topping areas were of the market, right? In this case, this was the previous hourly, right? We can look at the hourly high, the prior hourly high, and we can see exactly what happened was we had stops being ran and then a break below, sort of a retest. Let's see on the 10 second if we have, you could argue that this right here on the 10 second, if you're a momentum scalper, is your high or low, right? So that's a valid trade if you're tracking this on the 10 second chart. That's your entry, right? Doesn't break below the previous hourly high. Does that make sense? But I'm better off waiting for the market to open for what I'm looking for on the day. So hopefully that makes sense. Another thing that helped is when you described feeling heat behind the ears. Yep, that's definitely something that happened for me. Hey Rips, I set up a Lucid Flex this morning using your code. Many thanks. Right on. Appreciate the support. Caspar says, good morning. What's hot? So you're telling me I can? Yes, absolutely. There's been a bid under the market for the last 24 hours. If when they pull the rug out could be interesting. Yeah, I would say so. Could be very interesting. AMA need a free giveaway, Rips. What are you looking for? We'll probably do a giveaway today. I would really like to see this number above my head go to 2,000 concurrent viewers. That would be lovely. The problem is that we can't factor in X viewers as well. So Twitter concurrent viewers we can't see, but between Kick and YouTube, we're at 1,350 right now. I'd love to see that number get to above 2,000 and 10,000, but 2,000 would be lovely. What's up, 1,700? Started using the 100 tick and it's been a game changer for momentum entries. That's great. Fantastic. Should do bookmap giveaways. I mean, bookmap is like $40. Prop firms are like 400. Wouldn't we be better off giving away $400 instead of $40? You know? Great news, your FICO score. How? It's kind of pointless at some point. Can you share your VRVP settings? Yeah, it's pretty much default stuff. You can take a screenshot if you want. Very basic. Do you mind sharing how much YouTube pays you daily for streaming? Maybe $100 or something. I don't know. Not really sure. I don't really look at it. How many have been able to use channel points to get the prop accounts? Nobody. It's a scam. Not a single person has ever redeemed them. What's your macro level view on market conditions over the next few months? We have a lot of things that can change. I think we're kind of waiting for the new Fed chair. That's going to be important. Because if rates start to drastically change, if we get a new Fed chair and that's willing to play ball with what Trump wants to do, I think that will be a very volatile market that we enter. So we might be in a lull, a bit of a lull, until that volatility event. So that's on the horizon. That's one thing that's top of mind. Global conflicts can also affect volatility in the market. So I don't want to see global conflicts, but if there are, trading around those are extremely volatile, at least temporarily. And then obviously top of mind is always going to be AI stuff. Right now we're kind of hitting a wall between AI power and physical energy. So we could see those start to play a role, especially in the commodities market. So there's a lot of different things in the macro environment that we're looking at right now. A lot of different things, but for the time being, I think we're in a state of hurry up and wait. Right. Let's see here. 155 for 906. Wow, just made it under. Is it just me, or has the market been tricky the last several days? It's not been easy. Globex has been a very much a snore fest. So it's just been a bit boring, I should say. Let's do this. 10 minutes for this prediction, champs. WAF is the pack off bookmap you use. Global. I mean, I use a different, but you should use global. It's the cheapest available option. Ribs, if you wanted to keep your daily loss limit small, like 500 in a small account, how many MNQ would you use for scalping? I'd probably start to maybe have a cap on 3 and just see how it goes, you know, see if that's something that will make an impact. Hey, Jinx, Rule 1 investor, there you go. I would say 3 is my cap. 1 for an opener, 2 for a full size, 3 for an extreme position. Something like that. My 16-year-old son is interested in learning day trading. Do you think it's bad for such a young age to get into such a hard profession, which could be distracting from his school assignments? Yes. I think that, I don't know if a 16-year-old child could handle, I don't know if it's good to start that young or not, you know? They're probably inundated with a bunch of Miami Zoomers that are, you know, obviously lying about their progress. The thing that's always a mystery to me is that these kids that are under 30 years old selling mentorships. It's incredible to me. Absolutely incredible. Approaching new contract roll over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Many geopolitical dramas influence on current market conditions. Yep, agreed. Your thoughts using TradeOvate or TradingView? TradingView for a personal account has been my choice. TradeOvate for props has been my choice. Opinion on PB trading. Show us the broker statements. That simple. Show us the broker statements. Not that hard to do. Timberlook says, hey Rips, we saw you turn 100K into 2 million, which is absolutely incredible, but you never told us how much you lost in your personal account at the beginning of January. You never posted it. How much was it? That also helps manage our expectations risk. It started with 100K. I don't know if there was some losing days in the beginning, maybe 20K, 25K across. I don't know. This can have a serious negative toll on a person. I would never recommend this for anyone who is not fully mature. Look at that. We are pushing up now. Wow. Crazy. Absolutely pushing up. Yeah, it's very incredible to me. It's always incredible. How much time does a trader have to activate Apex PAs? I think if you message them, I think it's forever. If you just message them and you let them know, you know, pretty sure it's forever. Don't quote me on that. I would reach out to their support. I don't know why so many lie about being profitable. My coworkers have watched me learning this forever and always ask how it's going for advice. I tell them if you're asking me on the job, I'm still learning. There you go. I believe you can pay a PA activation fee whenever, but you still be billed the eval subscription fee. That makes sense. Wow, we are really rallying now. 187 3/4 would be what I'm looking at. And it's funny that we are pushing up towards that 69.30 halves level now. Is there anyone on X that shows broker statements other than you? Not consistently that I'm aware of. I think Carmine did, but I don't know if they still do. Oh yeah, Dakota does. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, Vincent Desiano. That's another one. Yeah, Vince and Carmine I went to dinner with. They're great dudes. MNQ original high for the day is 25,512 and adjusted high is 25,303 based on previous days. I've seen it just take off at open for 15 to 30 minutes and then fade everyone the rest of the day. That's some good information. Rip scalp indicator this week? Maybe. We'll see. Water looks delicious because it is, baby. It's the best. It's amazing. Fed liquidity today at 9 and 920? What? What is that? Huh? It's on the Fed calendar. I don't have any of that. I don't even have a little bit of that. I got none of that. Yeah, send me the link. Curious about that. PA activation fee continues to grow. If you continue to wait and pay that monthly eval fee, I say muscle it up, go for rice and beans that I pay for. What's up, Taco? How are you, buddy? We are just auctioning around right now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would just reach out to them and see what they can do. I'm sure that they're willing to work with you, man. You know? Barking at 9:35. Who do I have speaking first? I think it is Barkin. Yeah, Barking at 9:35. That is correct. You ever traded ES? Last year I traded ES in the personal account because NQ was far too volatile. It was far too volatile. So it was too thin and too whippy. Oh, yeah. Why does this keep eating the entire move in the pullback? I mean, it's just not a great market to trade right now, in my opinion. What time frame are you using to trade? M1, M5, M15, usually. See money, take money, right? Yeah, I agree. Fed members should only be allowed to speak once a quarter. That wouldn't be fun. We want the volatility. Volatility is a good thing. But yeah, no news until, I mean, at least Barkin's at 9:35. It'll be interesting. We should have a pretty interesting open. Had to be bad if it's too volatile for you? I mean, it's not that it's too volatile, it's just unpredictable. I'd rather the market builds a nice profile that we can kind of trade around. There's nothing really interesting to me right now. Fed shouldn't exist at all, but that stream has been... That's funny. Nothing wrong with the Fed. Does Bookmap show opening interest for longs and shorts? Not that I'm aware of. There might be a paid plugin that you can do that I'm not aware of. But I don't think they're... You know, now that I think about it, there might be... God, what was it called? There's one data provider out there. I think that Spot Gamma, I think, has an open interest indicator, but you have to pay for it. I think so. Trump in State of the Union mentioned a ban on Congress owning stock. Interesting. I don't think that'll ever happen, because then all of Congress would probably resign. There's no incentive. Let's get this post up. Oh, he said no insider trading. There you go. A little bit different, I suppose. All right, let's get this IG post up. Is your indicator for TradingView? Yes. Is Barkin a voting member? I think he is still. Pretty sure. Isn't he? No, he's not anymore. He was. Any voters today? No, we don't have any voters. So Barkin, Schmid, Muslim, all of them are non-voting members. So still will have volatility from it though. Good morning. How's poker been treating you? Still play mostly the win? I played like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and that's what got me sick. Did well, but I haven't really been playing that much lately. I've been focused more on trading and streaming. It was too overwhelming. It's like you could pick one, but you can't do both successfully. You know what I mean? It was way too much burnout. So, nope. I have not really been playing. But I did well in the last session. It's good. Ran real hot. I think institutions are pooling cash until Iran picture is clearer. Would be closer to all-time highs than the NASDAQ. Maybe. Possibly. Potentially. For sure, in a really pivotal level, algos could be trying to do something. I think we might sell off here. Possibly. I mean, we came up to that 30 halves level, 69, 30 halves. And we almost kissed that 187 3/4 level, and we are selling off now. So I think we'll have a nice profile to trade off the open. That's what we can be patient and waiting for. I can't believe that people still use Facebook. It's insane to me. I had no idea that people were still on Facebook. It's crazy. Keep on growing on Facebook. It's so fast. We're growing everywhere. Even on YouTube, we're at 52,522 subs on YouTube now. It's insane. All bots and old people on Facebook. Dude, I get a lot of comments that, I mean, those are some very insane bots if they're robots. I'm on Facebook, but there's a lot of fake ripses on Facebook. So Facebook is more middle-aged at this point, but still has a ton of users. Yeah, they obviously have a ton of users, right? I'm just not a big Facebook guy, but the Rips brand is on there. All right, we have 10 minutes till the market opens. I'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. We are back. Market's still kind of dancing around. It's the same area. I use Facebook to keep up with certain friends and family. I don't really talk much. Works for me. Nice. Kind of want to update our thing here. Let's see if I can do this. Cool. I think this worked. So facebook.com/rips trading. Does that work? Nice. It does work. Sweet. We're in there, baby. So if you're not following me on Facebook, there you go. Facebook.com/rips trading. Oh, thank you for that, D. Appreciate that. Mike says, do you manually enter in all the previous day's price ranges? No, this is my free indicator available on TradingView. Rips key levels available for free. And we are just dancing right now. Hey, Rips, in your previous explanation about stops being at certain levels, how the fuck do you know where you see them? Apologies, but I'm new to this trading thing. They're just going to be around ranges. I mean, it's just going to be around ranges of consolidation, especially the wider the consolidation, the more likely it is those stops are going to be heavier. So, there you go. Hey, where was that? You've been following Dr. Robes. Cash, you missed yesterday's bonus hunt, man. I'm super upset. I can't believe you missed it. We were cracking off yesterday. It was really good, man. It was so much fun. Can't believe you missed it. Do you have your indicator on wealth charts? It's called something completely different. It's called like wealth charts levels, I think. But they made it for me. I didn't make it. They made it for me when I was speaking at the Wealth Charts event because they know that our community uses it. So they created it for our community. James says, hey, Rips, today is a sell short day in the George Angel 3-day cycle. This guy's a genius, still trades in his 80s, wrote Sniper Trading Familiar. I'm not familiar with him, no. What slot played the best yesterday? I think there was two of them that we hit over a G on. It was crazy yesterday. It was like we couldn't lose yesterday. It felt like that first site that we played on. Are you using a specific channel indicator on your chart? That's coming out soon. That's this one right here. That's Rip Scalper Pro is coming out soon. We're working on making it a little bit better. Cargo Colt and myself. So be patient. Samurai Code, Starlight Princess, Gator Hunters. Dude, Gator Hunters actually paid a lot. It was crazy. Like all day yesterday was just insane. All right, inside 1 minute now. Here we go. Inside 1 minute. I'm going to try to be super ultra mega chill. For this. Oh. Damn, Tesla's juicing. Tesla getting extra juicy here. Can't stand the shorts and TikToks. What about Facebook Reels or Facebook Shorts? That's what I post a lot of. Happy to be here, Lilith. That comes with your Market Club premiums though? What? It's free. Everything's free, man. 565. It was a combination from last night and this morning. I made like an extra 100 this morning. Everything's always gonna be free, bro. It's all free. Big rally off the open here. Level to watch now to the top side would be 315. Wow, there's a lot of room. See if we can catch anything in trade. See any kind of pullback here. Not looking like it wants to pull back. We're holding 200s right now, which is interesting. No pullbacks below 200 for the time being. Some big bidders there above 200. I want to try this long. because we're holding above 200. See if we can add on a pullback here. Adding into that. Adding above 30, pullbacks to 20 I would add to as well. We're watching here. Adding again, bringing this TP down a little bit tighter. We should be able to pop these 30s, especially since Tesla is spiking. I don't like this feathering rate at the 20s for the time being, but let's see if we can pop that 30 level real quick. Why is that not showing? Sorry, I can't see what's on the screen or not. Popping into those 30s again. A little bit of resistance at those 30s. Not a huge fan of that. I'm going to reduce a little bit. I don't like that resistance at the 30s that we're running into. If we keep on rejecting at 30s, I'm going to flatten. We're holding and consolidating right now. Let's see if we can pop these 30s at all. Reducing again. Down to one contract here. And got filled on the rest. So taking, what, $56 loss there? We're back in this consolidation. I was looking for that extension all the way up to 70s. We're still pulling back above 200. That might be the swipe that we're looking for. We're at the topping end of this volume profile. We're rejecting at the profile at 37 in the S&Ps. So I do kind of like if we're holding above 200 still. We can try this trade again. Tesla's still pushing. Microsoft pulling back ever so slightly here. I'm going to try this long again. I'm going to bring my stop down here. 190. Want to add into strength above 25. We should be able to, if we have strength above 25, we should be able to clear out these 30s pretty quickly. Like this. Another stop run there, watching on this pullback to 30s. We're right back at the profile 37, adding into the strength above 30. Seeing if we can TP this at 41 quarters. Looking for a reclaim of 30s. So a bit of a stop run there. I'm seeing if we can reclaim 30s first. Back at 37 in the S&Ps. Back to 30s, but a rejection. I don't like how many people are selling at those 30s. We're walking it up ever so slightly. I'm going to cover one contract into the offer there. Just simply because it's sort of failing at those 30s. And I don't want to have too much size on. Just in this consolidation right now. Probably bring this to 43 if we're going to get there. 10 points higher. Stop doesn't really matter because I'm going to manually flatten. Yeah, back into that 40s. I'm just going to cover that. So again, trying another scalp there. Not losing too much. Another 20 bucks. The potential upside for those trades is massive if we start to break out again. Still holding above 20s for the time being. Trying to see if we can target one pullback here. Okay, we're above the point of control. If we get a peel back to like 10, I want to add to this as well. We're right underneath 30. There are some people covering at those 30s. I guess I could put my stop right around there at 11s. I kind of want to add though if we can peel back to 10s. Looking for strength now up through the 40s. That would build a bigger volume profile. Google is rejecting the weakness off these lows. I don't like how heavy these offers are that we're pushing into. Let's see here. Let's see if we take this lick at 40. Yeah, there are enough sellers to take that lick. See if they can hold that at all. We might stop just below profit here. I want to add to this if we hold above 40. Adding right here for a break above 40 into those 50s. Put a TP up here, right around 48. Should step this in. There we go. Filled one. I don't know why that didn't work. Flattening that. Don't know what happened there. So in the profit, 260 bucks. Just scalping. We keep on running directly into a wall, essentially. So people are front running 50s right now. The breakout was great off the open, but we're not getting that continued breakout. So back to these 20s again. Opening along here. Looking for 40s to trade once more. Pull back to 37 halves would make sense in the S&Ps, so I'm ready for that as well. Timing this is difficult, and that's why I entered where I did. Peel back to 20s here is the low end of this range. Seeing if we hold above on this flushing range. Adding right here for a second contract. Looking for a reclaim of 30s, adding into strength. Yeah, just trying to time this upside breakout once more. Right now we're running into a little bit of traffic front running going into 35s here. Very tight range. Okay, taking one off there on that push because I don't trust it. It's being very very slow and not the best. Taking that off right there. So up 900 per account now. It's just tough to time this. At least we're playing around the expected range. If it runs from here, it runs from here. There's nothing I can do. If you're enjoying this, drop a W in chat. Try to be as helpful as possible from what I'm seeing in the boring price action here, the non-breakout price action. Again, if it runs from here, I'm okay with missing this. It's not favorable price action. I keep on trying to time a breakout. On that last trade there, I have to take it off given that we can have a harsh rejection. We've had so much front running at these 50s. It's pretty likely that we'll see a break above, but I'm not even willing to hold a runner for that. Yeah. Starting to open up. 37 halves are the backstop in the S&Ps. Right now we are seeing Microsoft and Meta really pushing up. Looking left at the profile here, we are at these bottoming areas. We almost are back at the current year mid, which is definitely interesting. If we had to pull back to say 40, that would be a good entry for a long, but we'd have to pull back into sharp bids. Oh, just watching here. Amazon peeling back, Meta, Tesla, Microsoft, Google, Nvidia all showing strength here. Watching on this pullback, it's fighting at the 50s now. How's the screen? Are you guys able to see on the screen? I'm trying to look at Bookmap and then also make sure the viewport for the screen is showing enough information for you guys as well. The only downside I have is that no hotkeys. My hotkeys aren't working, even though they should be, but they're not. We are peeling back here to 50s. I'm going to open another long here. I'm happy to add if we peel back to 50 again. So I'm trying another long here. I'm looking for a breakout into the 70 level. So watching here on this pullback. We're right back at 37 halves, which is where I said it would be ideal for a pullback in the S&Ps. Watching for a clear back above 60s now. Adding for the expected push above 60s. We're peeling back underneath 37 halves, but a reclaim of that will give me strength to add another contract. Watching for a reclaim of 50s. There are some sellers underneath 50s, but we are happily reclaiming that. I just want to see the rejection. There we go. The rejection was invalidated below 60 or below 50 rather. So looking for this to peel up and now targeting 70s to the north side. There we go. Beautiful. Nice. $1,200 per account. So that pullback 37 halves was idealistic there. So what, only another $1,000 to pass these accounts? Is that it? How does that make sense? How am I only up $1,200 if I made $1,300 yesterday, or $3,300? I feel like the P&L is wrong, because shouldn't I be up $1,700? Wait, shouldn't I be up $1,700? I'm so confused. Should I not be up $1,700 right now if my balance is 105, right? So if my balance was 105,007, my balance started was 103,335. Wait, hold on. 105,007 minus 103,333. I should be up $1,600. What? Why is this showing me only $1,200? I'm up $1,600, isn't it? Yeah, I'm confused. I'm so confused. Commissions, but the balance would reflect the commissions. I'm so confused right now. Very, very, very confused. I'm so confused. I should be up way more, or I am up more. It's reflected in my balance. Very confused. Hold on, let me refresh. Oh, there we go. Hey, look at that. What in the world? Yo, so that makes me feel better. There we go. We're up $1,700. I was like, I'm trading a lot better than I thought I was. How am I only up 1,700? Yeah, there we go. Ha, ha. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Great. I'm 5,200K away from passing 2 Apex accounts. That's $5.2 million. That's a lot. So these these I'm trading 5 accounts right now, so I'm actually up more than that. But to pass these accounts, I only need to make $1,000 more. But these accounts right now, if you're unaware, Lucid accounts are 50% off right now. 50% off if you use code RIPS, and you can use TradeC, which obviously, you know, for my style of trading, I really appreciate this platform because it's just very much streamlined. The only thing I'm really missing from this platform is hotkeys. We are holding above 300 here. We're auctioning above the current year mid, so this is the same kind of trade that we saw right around 200. There's not very many sellers here at 310, so I'm going to open another long. The pullback below 300 would get me adding a few contracts to this. But right now, the weakness at 310 is just not weak enough. So above that is 315. We might peel back where I could add to. Not getting many opportunities here. Pull back from Tesla. Overhead supply at 320. Adding on that pullback, micro pullback there. Adding for the anticipatory break of 320 now. Break of 320 I'm adding. Starting to run into some traffic there at 325, but we should be able to clear that out, no problem. Taking one off in the offer there, one more out. Down to 2 contracts. I'm stopping out right there. So about $310 away from passing now. Does Lucid have their own platform yet? You're looking at it. This is TradeC. It's available to anybody on Lucid. And I've heard a rumor that you will be profitable on all of your trades if you use code RIPS. It's a rumor. I can't confirm nor deny it if it's true, but it's just something that's been going around. I can pass these today if I made another 310, but it's just dependent on whether or not we get the right price action for it. It's still a tremendous amount of buyers here. We're right at 320. I'm going for this auction higher now. Looking for that to clear out above 325. That was the prior line in the sand. So we're just trying to get that front running. A lot of people are short into that area. We're trying one peel off here. Peeled off one, and the final contract I will just take out there. Huh. Thought we were up a lot more there. That's weird. Maybe a refresh. Nope. The refresh trick didn't work. It didn't add P&L. Sasha says, you said code risk. What is the rumor? Code RIPS, R-I-P-S. I'm using TradeC. It's exclusive to Lucid Trading, as far as I know. RIPS mod can help you out with any of those links that you're looking for. RIPS, how do you stay so calm when trades are going your way? 12 years of experience will do that for you. Also, it not being my own account where hundreds of thousands of dollars are being swung around in trades helps, I suppose. Still holding at 320 again. We are in a little bit of a consolidatory range. Equities kind of did what they were going to do for the time being. So we're looking for basically a second wave of a move here out of this temporary consolidation. I would like to see the S&Ps pulling back ever so slightly here. Refresh again? Nah. I don't think that'll do the trick, unfortunately. I was gonna say I want to see that peeling back to 44. It didn't. 44 in the S&Ps. Unfortunately, it did not. I'm gonna target the squeeze now above 40. Looking for this to squeeze all the way into those 50s here. I'm peeling out there. Oh, I'm a $0.50 from passing now. How about that? TradeAvade is so laggy. It used to be such a good platform. It must be all of these YOLO champions that are doing it. Gotta be kidding me. $0.50, huh? What a shame. Wait, that one's passed. That one's a $0.50. That one's a $0.50. That one's a $0.50. So one of them is passed. Huh. I guess we could go into the micros, right? MNQ. Anybody got a quarter or a $0.50 here that we can get? Be nice. We are auctioning into that level of 44 now. Let's see if we can get a bit of a flush through that level. I'm gonna try a short here. Right there. Bang, now we're past. 2 thumbs up. Let's make sure all of these are passed. Yes, 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 yes. Cool. Good times. That was fun. Passing count as well today with that long. Let's go. Nice work there, Illist. Way to go, buddy. Is our consistency rule. This is day 2. It's a 60% consistency rule. Yesterday we made 3,300. Today we make 2,667. So we are in line with the consistency rule. Just trade so you have instant upgrade to funded. Let's go and check the old dashboard. Oh, let's see. Not yet. No, it's not there yet. It's saying that I'm at 58.83 in profit. So it's still got to load the last trade that we took. Where's trade C? There we go. Go back to NQ so we can see the trades on stream or on screen rather. But yeah, there you go. Scalping what we got. That's it. Anybody have any questions about any of the trades that I took this morning in my Trade C accounts? Why is it like this? Hold on one second. I'm trying to get this window size correctly. There we go. Beautiful. Hi, Rips. How did you get so good at identifying levels? I feel like I'm always looking at the wrong time frame. Get the free Rips Key Levels indicator. That'll get you started. Are you taking liquidity when you exit or adding liquidity? It depends. If I'm short, I'm adding liquidity. If I'm long, I'm taking liquidity. Right? If you have a family issue going on, would you suggest to not trade, or do you think a good trader can separate outside stressors? I just know from personal experience, when you're having things going on in your life, I had some terrible things happen to me in my life that really impeded my own trading, and it suffered. I tried to do it when I was going through some certain things in my life. It did not fare well for my trading. So I would always wholeheartedly recommend that you take a break when you have other auxiliary things going on in your life. And I just know that from my own experience. Your mileage may vary, but I can only speak what I know, right? That's it. Do you usually scalp with 1 to 3 contracts? It depends. You know, when I'm trading my own personal account, my clip size can range much higher, but for these types of prop firm accounts, I don't want to get too many contracts on. If I'm wrong, I want to peel off. If I'm right, I don't mind adding more than 3 contracts, but I have to be into a profit area where I think that I can add into momentum and we're going to have continued extensions to the top side, right? Would you consider yourself a breakout trader? Sure, of course. Hearing you verbalize what the tape is doing in your perspective is a nice background knowledge during the trade rips. I messaged above about making it. Is there any signs like that? Let me see what you said here. Rip, something changed randomly for me. My sense of urgency has vanished. Trade count and screen time all of a sudden dropped. Maybe 80% account staying alive longer. Did I make it? I don't think that we ever make it in trading. Every single day I wake up and I'm always thinking to myself, well, here we go again. It's time to prove myself that I can do this. 1 second, guys. Apparently I'm allergic to that question. No, I don't think we ever truly make it in trading. Every single day I wake up trying to prove to myself that I can still do this. Some days I do better than others. Some days I question whether or not I can trade. I try to be hard on myself and I try to be honest with myself every single day. You've seen it firsthand where I have days that I'm out of the pocket, and that's okay, but it doesn't mean that I haven't figured out trading or I have figured out trading. I think trading is just a constant mission, especially, you know, if you haven't been through enough market cycles. When I started trading back in 2014, I didn't even know that market cycles were a thing, right? I had no idea that that even existed. And then, you know, trading through COVID, 2016, well, before COVID, 2016, 2018, COVID, post-COVID, Biden's market, now again, Trump's market. It's, you know, there's cyclical things that are happening that are going to differentiate your trading strategies a little bit. Actually, I should have rephrased my question. Which do you think is the better value personally, evals or straight to funded? Again, if you are a consistently profitable trader, I think that straight to funded is perfectly fine. If you're learning how to trade still, I think evaluations are sort of it's a very good tool to learn how to be more proficient at trading. You get practice in the markets. Why do you only hold for a couple of points? My exposure into the market being limited allows me to be correct more often. And it's just the way that I trade, and it's what works for me, right? What works for me may never work for you, but it's a strategy that has worked for me throughout the years, so I continue doing it. Rips, love your content and streams. Thank you for your psychological help. Of course, that's what I'm here for, baby. Is there a set formula price match between ES and Q? No, there's not. That's a good question. It's a normal question, common question, but no, there's not. Why do you open them based on the price candles of the book map? What is the main suggestion? I don't understand your question. Which one do you prefer, Biden market or Trump market? Biden's market was surprisingly good. Trump's market is very volatile, and I like volatility, so I'm a fan of volatility. Some people hate random volatility events. So. All of the blown out billionaire hedge fund traders are proof that no one ever arrives in trading. I agree. It's funny because I hold my trade for 5 to 8 hours a day to help my win rate more than scalping. Again, see, that's what I'm saying. Like it's different for everybody. Some people are going to look at my trading and say, this guy sucks. And maybe I do. I don't care. It's fine. But it's the way that I trade. It's been what works for me. That's it. How'd you learn order flow? By watching the tape. That's it. Rips, your stream is the effing best. I just can't deal with all the same questions. Love you, mean it. Thanks, man. Let's see if I can activate these accounts now. Upgrade to funded. How about that? Amazing. Sweet. Upgrading account. Amazing. So that's cool. If you didn't know, on Lucid, I'm literally upgrading these accounts to funded as we live and breathe right now. It's amazing. That's how Lucid is so amazing. There's never a monthly fee. There's no fee for activating to funded. It's an incredible thing. So now I should have. Okay, your account will be active within 5 minutes. Sweet. They're all pending right now. Sweet. This is my first set of Lucid Black funded accounts. My prior Lucid funded accounts were pros, and I blew those after I took that payout. Can you recommend ES or NQ for first starting out? I would say ES is going to serve you better. Do prop companies rip off your method of trading? What if you want to keep your method private? Then don't trade on props. There is obviously, I don't own a prop firm, so I don't know, but there's always going to be a chance that even with journaling software, right? If you are uploading your trades to a journaling software and you're trying to protect your edge, there can be somebody on the other side of that journaling software that is studying your edge and trying to reverse engineer it. If you want your trading to stay private, open up a brokerage account, but even then, even your broker is going to see your trades. That last short you took, what did you see? I saw the potential for the market to roll below 44s in the S&Ps, and all I needed was 50 cents, so it was good enough for me. Took $1 on that trade. Lucid seems to take away the most frustrating parts of prop accounts. I do agree with you. There's no monthly fee. There's no activation fee. It's very fast. They pay out very fast. They activate your accounts very, very fast. Everything is very fast. Wow. 2 of them are already active. This is insane. My pro accounts are already active. That's wild. Wow. That's insane. Let me go to... Well, I want to wait until they're all active before I... So 2 of them are active right now. If I go here and I refresh. There's my pro. Yeah, there they are. Okay, great. So wait, hold on, let me... Pro 1, there we go. Cool. Sweet. Let me set up my copy trading now. Pro 1. Pro 2. Pro 3, Pro 4, Pro 5. Save. Cool. I'm ready to trade funded. How cool is that? So that's Lucid Trading, folks. I passed minutes ago and now I already have a funded account and I didn't have to pay a single dollar to activate those funded accounts. And I mean, you really can't beat the fact that these are 50% off right now. It's kind of insane. This is kind of nuts. What software do you use to copy trade? I'm using TradeC to both copy trade and to trade. Does Apex still have the 90% off deal? No, it's 80% off today now. How cool is that, man? They're always 50% off. What is always 50% off? Do you think that all prop firms are giving this deals because of the hard market conditions? No, it's because of the competition between prop firms. They're competing for your business. Any adjustments to the RIPS key level indicator settings or just play it as is? I have all the settings turned on and I have some colors different and I have the times set to different. You have to adjust it based on your time frame, time zone. Yeah, so there you go. Lucid passed it in 2 days. Traded on TradeC and it's amazing. Yeah, if you want TradeC, you have to select Rhythmic when you're checking out with code RIPS. Is a Lucid code for any account size and type? Yes, it is. Any size, any type. You get 2 uses for 50% off that. After it falls to 40% off, I believe. Yes, these are Lucid Black accounts. Does Lucid have a rule against micro scalping? Not that I'm aware of, no. Is Lucid 5 accounts? Yes. You can have 5 funded accounts. That's what I have right now. I have 5 100K Lucid Black accounts that are now funded. And you saw how I passed them by watching the stream. What's up, Bradley? How are you? Yes, they do. Trades need to be open for at least 15 seconds. Well, you know, if you're abusing it, here's the thing. If you are trading in a way like you saw how I just traded, that's a real trading style, right? I'm not like trying to exploit spreads or doing something like that. They have these rules in place so that you are not trying to reverse engineer and exploit these platforms and prop firms. That's why these rules exist, to prevent against bad actors that are abusing the platform or the prop firm. if you just watch the whole opening there, clearly this is my trading strategy. So if I took one trade at the end there to scalp for $1, I think it was over 5 seconds, but let's just say that it wasn't. They're certainly not going to ban me from their platform, right? They might put my shit on hold, but I seriously doubt it. What are the main differences between Lucid, Flex, Black, and Pro? Let's go check it out. Let's go to their website, guys. Let's go see. Okay. Okay, here we go. The thing I like about Lucid's website is it's so easy to read and so easy to understand. So if we go over here, and we go over here, you have Lucid Pro. Let me try to fit this all in here. So you have Lucid Pro, Lucid Black, Lucid Flex, Lucid Direct, right? So I just did the Lucid Black accounts. I got the highest one that you can get, which is a 100K. You can see here, consistency is at 60%. The first day I made $3,300. The second day today, I made $2,700. So the profit target was $6,000. We made just over $6,000, like a dollar over $6,000. And now we are into the funded account. This account with code RIPS is even cheaper than $280, but you can see right here, it's a one-time payment. There's no monthly cost. There's also no activation fee. So we go to the funded rules here. You can see right now, these are the funded rules I have. The max loss limit I have in these accounts is $3,000. There is no daily loss limit, and my consistency has to be 40%. Every 3 days I can get paid out. Every 3 days. They also have these tiers that you can get paid double, and you can move to live. So all of this is explained on their website. Lucid Pro has certain rules. You can do up to a 150K account. Lucid Flex has different rules. You can also do up to a 150K account. And Lucid Direct, you can also do a 150K. The Lucid Black, the highest that you can do is a 100K account. But go check it out. Rips Mod will drop a link to Lucid. And then when you're, checking out, you do, if you want to do Trade C, it's right here. And then you just put in code RIPS in the coupon code and you'll be on your way. That's it. Any other questions about Lucid? Very, very clean website. It's a very clean website. And you just saw how fast that happened. Like, obviously they're not watching my stream, right? They're not watching my stream to see that I passed evals and then I activated them. That's the reality for anybody who's using Lucid. There's no activation fee to pay. And literally, think about it. I passed the accounts in today's trading session and it already updated the dashboard to where I could click activate funded account. I didn't have to wait until the end of the day for my trades to settle or anything like that. That is a huge advantage for traders who are looking to get paid, because technically I could start trading on day one for my funded. I need 3 days to get paid out. I could have today count. But to be honest with you, I think that the opportunities are, the window is closing. So, you could pass in 2 days. And then, so let's say if you get the account on Monday, you get the account of Monday, you hit it halfway, Tuesday you pass it, Tuesday you start your funded, day one in the books, day two is on Wednesday, day 3 is on Thursday. So you could start an account on Lucid and Lucid Black on Monday and literally get paid by Thursday. Yo, wow. I just realized that. That's actually insane when you think about it. So if you're one of those people who's extra super uber impatient, which by the way doesn't mix well with trading, you can literally open up a Lucid Black account with code RIPS, 50% off on Monday, and literally get paid on Thursday if you're a trading rock star. Bang. That's amazing. Let's see their payouts here. Lucid Black right here. This is, again, there's no hidden rules when it comes to Lucid. Everything is very much in your face. Let's go ahead and go back to the website here. Okay, there's Lucid Black. So we go to the funded, or payout objectives, I should say. So I have the 100K. The profit goal is 4,500. The consistency on these accounts, remember when we're looking at the funded rules, the consistency is 40%. So if I'm trying to go for the max payout here, all you have to do to figure this out, it's quite simple. Grab yourself a little calculator, 4,500 times 0.3. I can make $1,350 every single session. So if I get that back-to-back 3 days, I could do, wait, that's not right. 40%. I'm sorry. There we go. $1,800. If I did $1,800 in 3 days, I'd make $5,400. So I could do $4,500 minus $1,800 first day, minus $1,800 the second day. Third day, I only need to make $900. And then I can get the max payout here. There's a bonus payout profit goal. It's available on payouts 2 through 4. So it allows you to earn larger payouts. So you can actually trade to $7,000 as long as you're at a 40% consistency. So the payout maximum is right here, $4,500. Your payout maximum would be $2,000 for your first payout. You can go for $7,000 for a bonus profit goal. But again, this is all written on their website. It's very easy to follow all of this. They have the drawdown. It explains everything. They have the evaluation account, the one that I just passed. You know, it explains everything for you, the consistency rules, the maximum loss limit, all of that stuff is all very clearly detailed on their website. So very straightforward stuff. Any of the questions that you have about being in the funded account, what your limits are, how much you can withdraw, it's all right there. If you go to the bottom left-hand corner, there's a little section. Let me show you how to find this because I get that question too. But when you're on Lucid's site, right, you're on Lucid's site. Right, we're just looking at all the rules. If you go down to the bottom left here, there's a little button right here that says help. If you click that button that says help, it'll bring you to the knowledge base. And then right here, you have all the accounts, Pro, Black, Lucid Direct, Lucid Flex. We traded the Black accounts and it's just all right there. There's no surprises. There's no gotchas. It's all extremely straightforward and it's written in a language that you and I can understand. It's not written in a language meant for a mathematician, which is fantastic. Is Lucid Black the best? In my opinion, being able to get paid, starting the account on Monday and being able to get paid on Thursday is going to be a benefit for a lot of people out there. For me personally, I'm trying all of them. I had the Lucid Pro accounts and I took a $15,000 payout, but then I blew them shortly thereafter because I traded pretty carelessly on them, if I'm being honest. So this is the second time around that we've been funded with Lucid, and here we are. Like I said, I'm probably not going to trade for the rest of the session today, simply because we've had the move happen and now we're heading into a little bit of a consolidation. Katie says, overs win, Mr. Rips. Let's see. Sorry for not paying that out sooner, but I was preoccupied. Let's see. 298. Okay, the overs win. All right, let's do a slot prediction here since I'm not going to be trading for a little bit. Well, probably for the rest of the session. Today's hunt. Okay, so the rules for the slot hunt are going to be a $3 cap, $2,500 total spend. $2,500 total spend. Or what do you want to do? 3,000 or 25? Let's do 3,000. $3 cap, $3,000 spend, because we made money yesterday. 2 picks per person, 100 spin cap. And there you go, 10 minutes. Did you already trade your Tradeify accounts? I have not. I ended up losing my Tradeify live accounts. So unfortunately, I'm kind of in limbo with Tradeify as it currently stands, unfortunately. So we'll get back to it probably in a couple weeks or probably next week. But yeah, I traded too heavy in the accounts, and unfortunately I lost them, my Tradeify live accounts. Big sad, big sad. Andrea says that does seem to be the problem with Black, is from payout 2 onwards in all the over account, you essentially keep the buffer you built and can take out any money you much, such as Flex, whereas the Black you have to make $4,500 each time and take out $2K. Well, the second payout you can get $7,000, right? Yeah, the next time that I get my Tradeify live accounts, I'm going to combine them into one single account. If I'm being honest, I had it set to 5 contracts and it put it all in one single account, and that kind of fucked it all up. So, but it's so weird. Like, I didn't actually see the order. It was weird. It was very, very strange. So 125 from drawdown limit on Lucid Micro all the way back. Yes. Always micro. Does TradeC have mobile trading? I have not tried it, but people have said that the app for TradeC is incredibly good. I have not traded on Top Step in over a year, not because I don't like it, but because I traded exclusively on Top Step for 2 years, and now I have so much room for activities. I trade on all of these props that are scrolling at the bottom of your screen now, which is great. I'm having a great time doing it. It's fun. It's like playing a new season of a game, you know? It's just fun. How much is the monthly fee for TradeC? Are you sitting down, Beat Farmer? Are you sitting down? For the next 63 years, they're offering the monthly fee for $0. But after 63 years, they're going to up the price to $0.00. Pat Holland says, I know volatility is preferable, but days like today without news, the market gets easier to predict. Pretty directional money. Nice work, brother. Way to go. Any other trading related questions? TC is Top Step X. It is not. Not at all. TradingView is too laggy with Lucid. I would not use it. I would always say this. TradingView should never be used with a prop firm because you're connecting something into something into something, and it's always going to be laggy. I would never recommend that. If you are connecting TradingView directly into CQG with your broker, by all means. But don't ever use TradingView. In my opinion, this is just my personal opinion, TradingView with a prop firm will always be laggy. In my opinion. Even if I pay for live data on TradingView for yeah, no, I would. Again, this is just my opinion. It's my opinion. I would say don't ever use TradingView with a prop firm. Just my opinion. Do you ever the TikToks of dudes stealing other people's trading videos for views? Yes. I'm getting 30% off with Lucid. It's 50% off if you're using code RIPS. You get 2 uses on that account, or 2 uses on that code. Lucid versus TPT, they're entirely different. They're completely different. TPT has daily payouts, a trailing drawdown, 5 days to pass. Lucid has a cavalcade of selections to choose from. TPT has one flavor. I love TPT, but I'm just saying they're completely different prop firms. If you're looking to compare the prop firms, the best thing you can do is to go to propfirms.gg and go and take the quiz. Is TradeC built on top of TradingView? Yes, it is. But the connection and everything is perfectly fine because it's built for that. I have the live data through NinjaTrader. How should it be set up? How should what be set up? I don't know what it is. Does Wealth Charts have the sliding bracket order like TradingView? Not that I'm aware of, but it's something that they're currently working on pushing out over the next few weeks. I'll keep you posted on that. Yo, Stan passing 2 Lucid evals. Let's go, baby. That's awesome, man. Which Lucids did you end up going with? Did you do the Flex? Did you do Lucid Pro? I feel like Lucid Direct doesn't get much love. Flex 50% off, code RIBS. Let's go, baby. Thank you. Guarong says, I trade on NinjaTrader. I used to trade on NinjaTrader. It's not great for copy trading. Personally, I had issues with copy trading 20 accounts, so I stopped using it. Is TradeC compatible with Max? Yes. It is compatible with Macs, PCs, iPads, mobile devices, and phones. It's platform available, every single platform you can think of. No access to your Lucid Link with a VPN. Just turn off your VPN then. Hi, Rips. When you trade 50K, how do you decide on your sizing for your trades? Like a 50K account, I'm going to trade micros and scale into it. That's it. What do you use for your live account? The platform, TradingView. I use TradingView. I'm probably one of the only people who's a button clicker that has made as much as I've made with TradingView. It's insane. I was never intending on using TradingView for as long as I did, but it's been a treat and I've had no issues with it. So why fix what isn't broken? It's incredible that it's like everybody I've talked to said I'm crazy for still using TradingView. Do you use the desktop or web? I currently am using the desktop version of TradeC, the browser-based version. How do I trade a personal live account on TradeC? How do I trade a personal live account on TradeC? I don't know that you can. I'm only trading a Lucid account on there. TradingView or Tradeovate. For my AMP and Edge Clear account, I'm using TradingView. Verify, you cannot change hotkeys on TradingView. Is that true? I'm not sure. Browser is web-based. No, it is. Soul Slayer says TradeC has a free demo account with delayed data on their website. Looks like they added Tradeify and Lilu as well. Tradeify with TradeC would be goated. Is it something they're bringing to the table? That would be super goated. I want to see. Let's see. Connect new. Wow, yeah, Lilu and Tradeify. Crazy. Yeah, I'm giving my Ripsy stamp of approval on TradeC currently. Like, I'm having a great time with it. Like, I have my Ripsy stamp of approval on very few things. So they added Tradeify on Sunday. Can you actually buy Tradeify accounts and use it on TradeC now? Is that a real thing? Saul says, I'm down 1.2K and walking away. Sorry to hear that, man. Any opinion on IBKR data with TradingView as that's what I use, any latency? I have no personal experience in doing that specifically with IBKR, so I can't comment on that. I would, if you're interested in trading futures and you're doing it on IBKR, you might want to reach out and ask them if you can have a direct CQG connection with TradingView. If they say, hey, that's what you already have, then you're in the same boat I am. All that matters to me is with TradingView that I have a direct CQG connection. Some brokers as well will limit you on your bracket, the way the brackets work. There's a certain bracket function I need with the CQG connection. So yeah, that's why. Stolly says, someone was saying that you can trade multiple props at the same time using TradeC, but have yet to see it work. Maybe that's a thing. I could see that happening, actually. I could see it happening. Again, TradeC is dope for having a lockout feature because there are many traders that don't know when to stop. That's great. Yeah, it does have a lockout feature. They're also adding a bunch of new features over the next few weeks. That's the rumor on the streets. Yes, I've tried TT. It's older. TT is older. I was on TradeC demo account last night. I didn't see Rip's levels. It's not on there. It's not available on TradeC, unfortunately. I wish it were, but it's not. Your book map is also on CQG? No, it's Rhythmic. Rhythmic. I have 3 connections. I have DX Feed, Rhythmic, and Bookmap. I use Rhythmic currently. Today has been good and then very lackluster. Rips, you are legit, and we all appreciate you as your advice is spot on. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. You can trade multiple prop firms with Tradecopia. Yes, you can. We are in beta with this software, so I hope we can improve from here. I think we will. I mean, so far, so good. I'm having no issues with TradeC thus far. All I can give you is my own experience, and it's great so far. Turmo says locked in a Tradeify direct payout, liking wealth charts a lot more now than when it first came out. It was hot garbage lag. So just taking it slow with 1 PA to test the platform before scaling. Let's go. Congratulations to you, Turmo. Way to go, buddy. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people haven't tried wealth charts again, and it's like, you know, there's a lot has changed over the last year. I like to execute through Tradeivate, but I like to read the price action through TradingView. That's totally fine too. Ferrari Phil says, don't trade on a toss with Lucid. Wouldn't let me exit a trade clicking every possible button. Blew the account annoying. Reach out to support and see if they'll do anything for you, Phil. Wealth charts is awesome. Wish TPT would offer them. I don't know if that's going to be something. We'll see. I know that they're Apex and Tradeify right now. I don't know if they're planning to go to Lucid or TPT. Wealth charts is way better than when it was first in beta. Thought I was not going to use it, but now I love it. There you go. Nice. Good for you for having an open mind. A lot of traders are very closed-minded, unfortunately. What sort of micro risk management would you personally rock with on a fresh Lucid? I would say maybe do 3 micros tops. 1 to 2 should be your normal sizing, and then kind of just scale it from there. See how comfortable you are. Is funding tick still relevant? They shut down a month and a half ago, I believe. What were the algos looking for during last night's speech? Are there keywords or phrases? Both. I read yesterday that Wealth Charts is looking to bring on 3 other firms. There you go. Nice. Great. I think it's almost slot time and Red Bull time. Any other trading related questions, specifically YouTubers? Any trading related questions? Tradeify will use TradeC and Wealth Chart. Yeah, TradeC seems to have been added to Tradeify, so that's good. Do you ever look at gap trades between regular trading hours? I'm not, you know, there's a lot of, you know, gaps will be filled type shit, but I just read the price action that's in front of me. If there's some type of MGI that suggests that I should be mindful of the gap or paying more attention to it, sure, but I'm the complete opposite of a one size fits all trader, right? Like a lot of traders are simply if this and that, and it's fine, it works for them, great. But I'm not really an if this and that unless there's 5 concurrent if this then that's type shit. Hey Rips, I just want to thank you for taking the time to share your knowledge. Wish I could pick things up faster compared to other people on social media. Your stuff is real knowledge. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Eagle. Does the difference in CQG data for TradingView then Rhythmic data for Bookmap make some difference for your... no. Rhythmic is just fast. Do you look at anything for live news feeds like Reuters? I use BT primarily for all of my live news because it's the fastest. They're connected to everything. Reuters, AP, Bloomberg, everything, right? There's Squawk services that are far cheaper. So I would look into those. Tons of Squawk services. The Financial Juice, Live Squawk, News Squawk, Benzinga. Build and crude, 15.98 million barrels. There's only a 1 million barrel build estimate. Gasoline in a draw, distillate in a build, gas inline, distillate hotter than expected. Any other questions from my YouTubers about anything of the trading that we went over on YouTube today? Happy to go over anything before we call it a wrap. Today, a very successful day. We passed our Lucid Black accounts. We are now funded in Lucid Black. I want to try to take it slow in those. Day one is always difficult, so just want to try to make sure that we have some good trades. In TPT, we made some money. In Wealth Charts, we made money in our evaluation accounts. trying to take it slow because going fast in those just is silly. You have to get very lucky. Lead trades, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to still stream on Kick. Made a Kick just to say thank you. I don't trade like you, but keep on when I can. It's been very helpful for my psychology. Way to go, man. Awesome. Good morning, Rips. What do you say to yourself every day coming to your trading desk? Something along the lines of, you better be able to prove it today. I'm very hard on myself. More so than I should be. I'm extremely hard on myself, and I demand excellence from myself every single day. Some days I can prove to myself I still got it. Some days I be a joke to myself. So, you know, I'm extremely critical of myself all the time. IBKR says they get their funded their futures data directly from the exchange, i.e. CME. They must be routing your orders through their own custom routing then. I would ask if you can route through CQG. I personally like CQG the best. So that's, I would add, they might have their own proprietary routing. I mean, IBKR has been around since forever. They were the first ones to ever have the digital tablets on the NYSE floors. So they might have their own custom routing, and they might say, yeah, we're not going to work with CQG. We have our own custom routing. So IBKR is not favorable for futures day trading simply because you need to have such large margin to trade. If you're not trading, you know, 10s or 20s contracts, you know, you're probably fine. If you're trading 1s and 2s, totally fine. Margin requirements are going to be in line. But if you're looking to be more day trading and trade more size, I would look into AMP. If you want to have edge clear, shop around for, you know, FCNs to be on. You can do that too. Sitting on the beach, just listening in now. Thank you, Edio. Appreciate you. CQG has always been the best. Thank you, Rips. Right on. Just wondering how to get the hotkeys on wealth charts. There's a setting in the top right corner. You need to make sure you enable them after that. There's a chart setting and a DOM setting. You have to be clicked inside of the DOM and then use your hotkeys. It's kind of clunky, but it works. Does AMP automatically put you through CQG? No. You have to, it's one of the options to select. You can be placed, I'm sure you can trade Rhythmic through AMP, I'm pretty sure. Any other trading related questions on YouTube? About to call this stream here. We're going to continue streaming on Kick as we always do. I do appreciate everybody who tuned in today, this morning on YouTube. We had an excellent trading day. Hopefully we all had fun together. I'm going to continue streaming on Kick. Ripsmod will drop a link for Kick if you want to join me over there. Just to go over all the deals currently. Apex 80% off, Traded 40% off. The best one right now as far as sales, split between Apex and Lucid. Lucid 50% off right now. So those are the ones I traded this morning. No activation fee, no monthly fee. Very good deals, in my opinion. So if you're looking to start on props, check out propfirms.gg for any kind of questions you have related to prop firm stuff. I'll be back for Globex on YouTube at 6 p.m. Eastern. Kicksters, don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a minute. Take care, YouTubers. Have a great day. Be careful out there. Take care.